trying to get these books, you know, sent in here because there's no library in this jail. And I said, today I saw people, the guards handing out coloring books and crowns to the inmates. I thought this was for like rehabilitation and all that.
Rice and beans for dinner again. Wait for the 24-hour flashback.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And the winner is me, of course. I'm a convict. I'm always going to win. Especially if I'm reading the envelope.
I sometimes jokingly say I'm 144398. Back in the 70s, that's what I was. I had served 3 years of an 8-year sentence for an $8 armed robbery, as well as I had been in the addiction counseling field many years earlier after I got out of prison. A buddy of mine named Mike, who's very successful in recovery and in his business life, had an idea of a documentary, and Mike knew that I've been working on some prison documentaries. A mutual friend of ours named Dave Miller, the fruit guy. And I was at odds, like, why am I meeting this guy? And Mike had been telling me that Dave had an idea of a documentary, and we met and something magical happened. It still amazes me of Dave Miller's idea of doing stand-up comic with a recovery focus to help others see the power of humor and introspective looking at themselves and their past and their tragedies and make fun of it and laugh at it. I have backgrounds in prisons, I have connections with wardens, and my former work release counselor is a guy that heads a jail, and I knew he would be open to this idea, so Dave and me very quickly within days met George, got permission, and what happened was...
So this idea came to being. The next thing we know, we're in this prison teaching convicts how to write comedy. Now when Perry first mentioned, hey, we ought to bring a writing workshop, I thought it was a stupid idea. I just saw comedians coming in and that was it. And it turned out that the writing workshop was the magic of the whole program. These guys began to transform right in front of our eyes. They had their arms folded in the beginning, they were leaning back. By the end of the session, they were leaning forward, they had smiles on their faces, they were engaged in the project, and these guys wrote funny material. They got up and performed it on stage. It was far beyond what we anticipated it. And I think we're on the verge of something that's very, very healing for the inmates. It's healing for us, I know, and it's going to be an exciting ride. I think there's some great potential to bring this into the inmates. Not only, hey, you know, the dream scenario would be to find our next, you know, national comic, but more importantly, most of these guys are going to get out in life circumstances and need their sense of humor to cope on a daily basis. We have done that in our recovery. Laughing in the face of our tragedies is probably one of the best things that I've learned. And we're sharing that with these guys, and it's been amazing to watch. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Go get it, man.
You must be this tall to use this mic, right? All right, look, I was supposed to write a letter. I didn't know who to write it to, so I figured I'd write it to me, myself, and I. So, it's dear me, myself, and I. Which one of you motherfuckers got me in here? I don't know, right? But I guess I got some time to figure that out. I'll be here for a minute. I was gonna ask Colonel Kimball what was going on. I ain't know, but he's slower than a dope fiend coming out of methadone clinic. So, and they probably let me out by the time he gets to the door, right? And Dave Miller told me that laughter is a natural painkiller. So I started thinking, man, I wonder if that's cheaper than heroin. I could have saved some money, you know what I mean?
How you doing, brother, over there, the big dude? What's your name? You, turning your head. Yeah. Black, that's what I was going to say. I'll tell you, holy shit, you didn't get caught at night, I'll tell you that. Let you come up there, holy shit, man, they should call you Nightlight, motherfucker. God damn, you stand next to a building, you look like an alley. I'm only kidding, brother, I know the struggle. God damn, you don't even show up, you just appear. It's a nice crew here, there's some hard-looking motherfuckers. And the dudes look pretty bad too. Holy shit. The motherfucker that cut your hair should be in here. The fuck? God damn. When he was cutting your hair, did you run out of money? All right, where was I at? So here's the deal. Even though I haven't got high, I have not got high for 26 years out of my life. I have not picked up a drug or a drink for 26 years, but I still have some of the habits and behaviors of a drug. Sometimes I still act like a drug addict. Last week I was driving through Dunkin' Donuts through the drive-thru. I'm going through the drive-thru and I ordered a coffee and a donut. Right? I ordered a coffee and a donut. I pull up to the window. The dude's holding the coffee and the donut, and I'm holding the money. And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. I'm going, look, pal, I'm not giving you the money till you give me at least the donut, okay? I don't know you like that. Give me the donut. I'll give you some of the money. Give me the coffee. I'll finish payment. Get the fuck out of here. If the product's good, I'll come back. So we're arguing for like 5 minutes. He finally gave me the donut, and I drove away. You can't trust anybody. Look at this shit. You know what? You know what's even tougher being up here? Is these motherfuckers looking at them chips going, how the fuck can we get some of them? How the fuck? Yeah. Fuck that. Yo, man, yo, you block that motherfucker. I'll get 3 bags. Some racist shit. They don't even have barbecue up in this motherfucker. That shit is worth some shit in here. Them girls might give you some pussy for some chips. I'm sorry, ladies. The sister's cracking up. She knows. I know the struggle, baby. Huh? Yes, I do. I'm a Jew. I got my own struggle. Fucking Moses would have walked 2 more miles. We'd have all the oil. Okay. I got 26 years clean, but I was a stone cold crack addict back in the day. I would have done anything to get high. I mean, I never sucked a dick, you know. One time I just kissed it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't break my gum line. 3rd trip to New York, and I was driving home, and I felt a pain in my stomach, and I pulled into a hotel, and I fell on the floor, and they took me to the hospital, and they gave me like morphine or something. They said you had a kidney stone. After 3 trips, lying in the hospital, I got up the next morning and I went back in and I said, you know what? This has got to fucking end. This has got to stop. So I called a booker. I called this guy. I said, look, I'm going to rehab. Can you give me one more show? He gave me a show. I went back in, picked up six vials, smoked them. I went to rehab the next morning. And I ain't looked back since. That was it. I mean, it was just too much.
Tell them their souls can be free. Very powerful. Very powerful.